Most people eat to survive. I eat to maximize everything. Since I started the way eating like this, my training improved, my energy improved, my mood improved, and my focus improved, and also my whole body composition improved. I saw a change in my body fat. I saw a change in how my abs look, in how my overall muscles look, and it was the same exact training, but a different kind of diet. I do this all on a limited budget in a village at 18. The food industry made the nutrition complicated because complicated people buy products. Simple people just eat the real food and need nothing from them. There are actually so much more shit brands than the good brands that actually improve your body with the products they sell, and you need to somehow understand what is good for you and what is useless for you so you don't waste your money on it. Today I will show you exactly how I eat and why I eat it and the system behind it that anyone can implement regardless of your budget. Even if you are 18 like me, or if you are 30 and you have some kind of income, you can all implement this because it is all not depending on your budget. Before I understood this, I thought that I don't have any time to prepare myself an actual good food, so I started, before I understood my whole concept of this diet, I thought I didn't have time for these good foods that I should eat, so I binged eat on wheat, flour, foods, and some cereal because I thought it was faster. But then I found the actually good foods that improve my body and my mood, and that are actually also fast to prepare and also cheap to prepare. So I changed my diet completely, and my energy from before completely switched. In the afternoon, I don't have that brain fog, and I'm not sleepy as I was before, as you might be right now. And it's 3 or 4 p.m. I usually got sleepy and I wanted to just lay in my bed and do nothing. And right now, I had the energy throughout my whole day. My body looked fatter than it is right now because the food actually provides me more micronutrients, which are essential for my bodybuilding. Sorry. I looked more fat. I didn't look like I was exercising that much, but when I started to eating a little different, my whole body composition moved and improved, as I said, and I stopped looking like shit. The modern diet is calories without nutrients. They sold you macros and calories. They said that you count your calories, eat a protein, and eat whatever fits the numbers. I'm not saying that this isn't like the way of life, but it's just shit. Like, you eat cereal for breakfast, you eat yogurt with more sugar than the actual protein that is in the plain yogurt, and even more sugar than candy because the labels has high protein. And so many people eat protein bars which they don't look from which they are made from. There are actually some good protein bars which are good, but most of them are shit, and most of them don't even have the right protein source, and most of them just have stupid seed oils in them and some just, I don't even know, chemicals that are just bad for your body. So here, calories arrived and micronutrients did not. Your body feels like shit, but you are more vulnerable for the industry to sell you something. And on the other side, we have the whole food diet. And this is what actually our body strives for. Our body is not just counting calories, it's also running thousands and millions of biochemical processes while you are eating: hormone production, cellular repair, immune function. That you can sound pretty fucking sciencey. Neurotransmitter synthesis. All of these, I don't even know what all of these mean, but they are just biochemical reactions which they won't be done rightly, and they require specific micronutrients. Without them, we found the real foods, you won't reach the best functions in your body. You'll feel, I said it right now, but you will feel it as fatigue, poor recovery, brain fog in the morning, mood instability. You won't have that much drive to do anything important for you. You will just want to do nothing because you will miss all of these important foods that your body actually strives for. In these two diets, you have the same calories, but you have a completely different body. As I said, your mood, your body improves. It's the same over and over again. And I want to somehow share my experience. I eliminated white bread and specifically all of these white processed, maybe they are not even fresh foods from supermarkets. You know, the rolls. My stomach is leaner. I have better abs. My afternoon energy is better. 1 month and it was only one elimination. I'm not saying that there aren't good breads. You just have to find the ones that are actually from the real ingredients. And I'm honest also, this could all be part of the bigger self-improvement picture, not just the bread, right? But carbohydrates strip the fiber and micronutrients, spike your blood sugar, crash your energy, and feed the wrong bacteria. So I'm somehow figuring that this could all be, Weston A. Price. This wasn't the pea human, but he studied the pea humans when we are talking about nutrition. He was a dentist and who in the 1930s, it was 100 years ago, and they all already had stupid foods then. He traveled to study the healthiest people in the world. They were the Swiss in the Alps, the Inuit in the Arctic, and the Maasai in Africa. And every single healthy population had one thing in common. They had whole foods from their diet. They didn't have any older processed foods from supermarkets, or they didn't have any foods that had ingredient lists. They just prepared simple food and they have eaten consistently. Every population that adopted modern processed foods showed the same results within one generation, such as weaker bones, worse teeth, reduced health, and lower energy. He also has a book, so if you want to read on it, I would suggest you because it's so important, but it's basically the same as I talk in this video. He called it the displacing foods of modern commerce. Displacing foods of modern commerce. But right now we call it the supermarket, which we all find everywhere. So we understand that we eat like shit and how you can actually eat better and what to eat actually better. These all matter, but there are, a lot of different variable things here. First, we have organ meats. These are the most nutrient-dense foods on planets. Liver has more vitamin A than any plant source, more B12 than any other food, more folate, iron, copper, and zinc than muscle meat by a significant factor. Beef heart is high in the coenzyme CRQ10. That is the same body our mitochondria needs to produce energy efficiently. And liver is just basically nature's multivitamin in the most bioavailable form. I am starting to implement organ meats in my diet right now, but it's hard for me because I'm not quite used to it, right? I haven't never ever eat it and ate it. But right now I'm ordering these beef organ meats, and I'm gonna keep you updated if it's actually somehow even a little bit tasty. I'm sure it will improve my overall health because of these all micronutrients, but I will try to somehow make them as tastier as possible, because I am not that kind of person that is going to eat this raw. I don't see a point in it. Maybe it has some nutrients, but I don't give a fuck. I want to at least cook it before I eat it. Second is raw dairy and fermented foods. I specifically eat, and of course I'm drinking raw milk. Most of you will be scared of it. For me, I had a lot of acne when I was younger. and I got rid of it. But whenever I drank milk from the supermarket, whatever the milk it was, I had more acne and I had more acne breakouts. But when I am drinking the raw milk, I'm not seeing any of these acne. And so I prefer raw milk, and I also know the pasteurization, which we find in supermarkets, kills the enzyme, where it reduces bioavailability of the protein and fat, and actually eliminates the beneficial bacteria, right? In milk in your supermarket, you don't have the enzyme that actually makes the lactose in the milk. I don't even know. So basically, I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, but on the raw milk, I'm not, because there is an enzyme that helps me just tolerate the lactose better. I don't know. Fermented foods. I eat sauerkraut every day. These just feed your microbiome. You can also eat some kimchi, or you can also make a raw kefir from milk. Healthy gut microbiome means you absorb more of what you eat. So if you don't have a healthy microbiome, all of these supplements that are actually beneficial you are taking are useless, because your body won't absorb them as it would if you would have the healthy microbiome. So as I said, when I started in raw milk, I stopped having these little acne breakouts. I had them worse, but I still had them when I drank the milk regular from the supermarket. Sauerkraut helped me also with digestion and energy. I felt like I ate the foods. Wish I ate the foods I somehow, I don't know what the word is. They just were absorbed more into my body and better. And the third part is real protein or carbohydrates. I gained about 40 kilograms from when I started training, which is quite a lot of weight. I was an extremely skeetal guy, and I was doing that all shit on processed food, which was not the best, right? I also ate real food like eggs, chicken, beef, potatoes, whatever. But if you actually implement the whole foods diet, you will improve your overall look. You will improve your overall energy. You have to eat the protein for your muscles and the carbohydrates for your energy, and give a fuck on anyone else. If you get these sources from the real foods, rice, potatoes, fruit, they are perfectly fine. And number 4, these are the small details, the micronutrient details that most people never get here because they don't even know about these. For example, some specific fruit can have more vitamin K, for example, kiwi, or blackberries are rich in antioxidants, or the Brazil nuts are rich in selenium. When you eat 2 of them, you will reach your daily required dosage. So these simple, small improvements in your diet will actually improve your overall health, because you will fill out these holes that are missing from your diet. But when you eat all of these, I'm sure you will not have many holes, and you will actually reach everything you need. So here is my actual day of eating. As you know, I am 18 years old and I don't have that much money. So it's a little bit budget friendly, and all of you can somehow relate to this, even if we don't have any much money. In the morning, I am eating, I'm not eating both of these, but one of these per day. I eat rice porridge, which is 100% rice, with some cacao and protein, which I only get from that sources which are grass-fed and which are not sweetened with any artificial sweeteners. Or eggs with cheese and maybe some avocado sometimes when I have it. This is when I had a training day, and this is when I don't. It's real simple. You can make this probably in 10-15 minutes, and they are awesome. You can also add here some maybe homemade muffins if you want to. You can add here pretty much everything, but it has been shown. It's been shown that eating protein for breakfast is actually the most important part of your day to eat protein, so I would suggest that you eat some protein here. Then, for when I'm in school, I have some snack. It always consists of some fruit, and there, I actually do it that when I have this for breakfast, I put this for my snack in the school, which just is the best for me. You can only eat 3 meals per day, and I eat 5 because I want to gain more weight. Then for lunch, I always have some protein source with carbs, also sauerkraut when I can. When I'm in school, I simply eat this and this for the evening food. I also eat tubers or nuts. These aren't for the time stuffs. I eat tubers or nuts in the morning. And protein with carbs can be any protein. Can be bestly it would be beef. It'll also be pork and chicken. It'll also be lamb. It doesn't really matter. Just eat any kind of protein with carbs. Then throughout the whole day, I drink milk. I eat cheese. I eat cheese for breakfast. And in the evening, I eat another meat with another carb source. Or it can be homemade muffins. It can be homemade pizza. I don't care. Homemade pizza is actually good when you make it sour. From the sourdough. It's pretty beneficial for you when you put real meat on it and real cheese with some maybe tomato sauce you make from your home. It's completely perfect. I'm not saying that you have to eat only meat and potatoes every single day. You can, and you should vary it so you don't fucking lose your mind there on it, but try to differentiate your diet through the actual real foods, right? You can make your pizza from home, which is completely fine. You can make your muffins from home. You can actually make ice cream from your home. You can make anything from your home, which is going to be completely healthy, and it'll actually substitute the fix you buy in a supermarket fully. I eat like this. At 18 years old, I live with my parents. I have a limited budget, and I reach maximum nutrition. I forgot. Sorry, I have fucking flu and I can't even speak properly, but it doesn't matter. I forgot. Eliminate seed oils from your diet completely. When you make any protein, make it on beef tallow or lard or butter or ghee. Coconut oil is also fine. Don't make it on seed oils. They are high in omega-6. They are inflammatory in your body. You don't want to deliberately implement omega-6s in your diet. You should. I forgot here, you can add fish. Fish is perfect if you can eat it every single day. Eat it. Mackerel, sardines, they are also perfect when you don't have the fresh source of fish. And yeah, that's all covered. I'm not where I would want to be in my life, so I don't have the perfect budget for this. When I will be more older, I will of course implement more high quality proteins or high quality anything. Here we can see it will be in more high quality, and I've also buy some more things. I have a brand in our country which is producing healthy and actually, I would say, whole food supplements. They also make, I wouldn't eat them every day, but they make some, basically the protein bars which are shit, they made them healthy. So I would just buy them when I would have the money for it, but I don't right now, so I eat. Oh, and ladies, if you have the money, you can find some brands that are actually making these supplements that are healthy, so you can buy them, but I don't have the money right now, so I will buy it later. Here I have the examples I told before. The industry sells you selenium supplement for $30, and you could buy Brazil nuts, any two of them, and you will cover your selenium dosage per day. Maybe 1 or 2, depends on how much are you big. But yeah, try to find these in natural sources, and if you can't, such as this is just easy, and it's cheap, and it will cover it more beneficially for you because it's natural. As I said, I have a tight budget. So eggs, we actually have our own hens, which is perfect. I have eggs from the best source and they are free, but I'm sure you can find pretty cheap eggs. If you can find them pasture raised, all of these stupid shit is healthier for you. They have more omega-3s, they have more vitamins and all these shit minerals that eggs contain. And they taste better, bro. They just taste better. But if you are an 18-year-old who has $100 per week or $100 per month, you probably won't buy that's quality eggs, and that's fine. Just try to eat them as much as possible. 5 per day or 4 per day minimum. You will see more. This is awesome, but it doesn't rise. They are super cheap. You can find them, I think, for a cheap price. Sauerkraut. I live in a village, so I made this for free. I just made this from home. Raw milk. It's probably the same as the milk in a supermarket. I think in some countries it can be hard to somehow find. I have a raw milk 15 kilometers from my place, so it's awesome. It costs the same as in supermarket and is more everything. And organ meats are actually super cheap. You don't have to eat them every single day, right? You will probably eat the liver once per week or the beef heart once per week. And they are also super cheap because nobody wants them, but they don't understand how good they are for them. So it's just not that popular. So they are super cheap. Then, of course, the protein sources, when you want some higher quality beef, it's going to be a little expensive. But if you had the money for it, I would 100% go for it because I don't know, what else can you do for your life than eat better food? What else you want to spend the money on than on the food you put in your body? Of course, you have to somehow provide for your family if you are that age. But when you are the same age as me, you don't really have much else to spend your money on than feeding your body to the fullest. You have won. You reached almost the end of the video. And if you want to actually win, and you actually want to be a loser as all of these other people are who are eating the processed shit, add one real food to one meal and you will already win. Today, you don't have to completely overhaul your whole diet. You don't have to order fucking 5 pounds of beef liver and eat it every single day. You probably shouldn't even, but just make one change, one real decision, and this is how it's gonna start, and you're gonna even make it to the whole diet. And there we talked about, I don't know what we talked about, but this is just something you can do every day. You're gonna eliminate one specific thing today. It can be any processed food from our diet, and can be cereal, flavored yogurt, energy drinks, white shit bread that is from, that's just shit for you. Just replace one. We'll replace it with a real version, or you can remove it totally for 30 days and notice what changes. I, for example, eliminated the white bread, or the rolls, or the stupid wheat products that are not with on the wheat, and my body is leaner. My afternoon energy is better, and it only cost one elimination, and I got real results. For this video, we are going back to the real nutrition with everything modern that is generally useful on top. As I said, there are some good brands that produce healthy protein bars, that produce healthy proteins, that produce healthy. Don't know all of that what we have been sold that they produce it healthy, so that is useful on top of this. But the base has to be the real nutrition, and then you can add anything on top of it. In the next video, tomorrow, I'm gonna cover why is motivation not as important as you think, and how it cost me over a year of my life, and how it makes the system that I'm gonna present for you tomorrow actually makes all this, the food, the training, the sleep, actually happen, even when you do not feel like it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm sorry for my fucking flu. I can't even speak properly. I hear it myself, so excuse me for that. I hope tomorrow is gonna be better. Yeah, and as I say in every video, which I've probably seen like 3 people, go out and be great.